What's good? It's always great when new wave artists work together. Here's Kanizi featuring the homie Jorzi with Peer Pressure, produced by Mohsin, Malik. How did I know he would say that there?
What's up with the call?
Hey.
We should go to booking a special. Nati what for? No mahafu it's a no. Imwe we know this a kulipiri lako. Isho yevenizi. Watabe you will see. Nichipoto tabe veni magelo yonse ni free. Na ipisha mona futi no ipishu lulamo. Nikakana pabagai wazani onelamo. Nati oke woitie ni kulibe vashupa. Na pali mailo atindine chepa tipupa. Vigild ndiye vikamba nizimbe supa. Kuvala fast na fakapo na supa.
I don't mean to do this. I've never liked to do this, but my friends be the voices in my head. That's the peer pressure.
Sing it,
she
boy.
Don't mean to do this. He don't mean to do this, but their friends be the voices in their heads. That's the peer pressure.
Hey.
Talk with me, yeah.
Catch it.
Walk with me,
Kanizi is a good storyteller. Jorzi is that R&B artist giving me Joe Mainza vibes. Woo! Take it there. Take it there, boy. Let's go, verse 2, man. Verse 2, I'm enjoying this. I won't even lie.
Toneka fresh makati na vala taxi ngavati no pesa table pakati we started to chat pali magelo and what we would do during the night tikaya zimya malaiti alright yabwela makapu segula boto shap mumtima na dio zatoka bwanji mutrapu nili mutrabo le kantenge manzi nzachaya swapu nkapeza gelo tu chapu no bachoka mo hesabu no lo sip kubagai that I managed to do after a while blada ya zula naenda kulu mchoke wow now nakagelo looking so cool kukakambisa actually I've been looking at you monga ni fume fast kani don't sell a room neze virgin of course ninalifuna ko test do you drink na yes kukachaya impress kani pasila chechi boto pekachaya undress
I don't mean to do this.
Notice how verse 2 flow ya chinja compared to verse 1. This boy's a storyteller and he knows how to keep me glued as a listener. The beat is dope. Mohsin.
Walk with me, talk with me, walk with me,
Jorzi. There he is with his Maxwell. Hit that note. Hit that note. Hey.
Night dear fest nina kole wapo ina to impress muntu wamene nikalibona po ninaenda kuja kupati kusakila approval ya wanzanga nakaja kagelo but still zero ninaesa ine kuifighting peer pressure ile mesa awe bazona chabe anipesha no nigweza ninambo chita vintu vevalesa nazipesa manje ninamba chabe no zimweza osankala monga ine ngati wa imvela nyimbo no your worth ziba veo chita principle ile simple young king young queen the choices you making kusagolo ndia zalenge sonkale something peer pressure.
Hey. Peer pressure. Osai Kongelez. The keys are catchy as hell, man.
Malik.
I don't even lie, man. I think God knew I was gonna do this reaction today. This is Peer Pressure, Kanizi featuring Jorzi, produced by Mohsin, Malik. XYZ meets M Beats Generation. M Beats Generation ekwa Kanizi. I say God knew I was going to do this today because I was just telling my wife, Munga and Domnish, we're watching The Buzz. There's this new show on Honey TV where ladies sit and talk about all sorts of issues. There's this lady who wrote in talking about her days in college and peer pressure and whatnot. And I was telling my wife to say, I'm in entertainment, yes, but I just don't feel at home at the club. Growing up, I always wanted to go to the cinema. Like, that was the it for me. I'm a movie buff. I like movies. I like TV series. That's like the highest form of entertainment for me, next to music. So going to the club, I don't know. Many people love that. No offense or no jab to anyone who's into that lifestyle. That's your high, cool. You know, the dancing and everything, okay, we all got that high as teenagers. You know, you meet girls, you dance, you drink, you do whatever. But for me, that didn't fill a void, Mukatumu. I just found it pointless. For other friends, it was great. Kundola Kwadi Circles, Players Nightclub, Kwabakona, BB's Nightclub. If you're from the 90s, you remember that club. Ayengife, recently Kwarikona Alamin, I believe they closed that. So people would get that high off going there, and mostly, sometimes yadini because of peer pressure, which this addresses. And peer pressure doesn't only come in forms of asking you to go to the club. It also is in the form of asking you to do things that you're not ready for. It could be dating, it could be drinking, it could be all sorts of other things, but usually negative things that you're not ready for. And that's what he narrates in this thing. I told my wife I was not really into that. I was into something else. So when time came for me to actually go Kuplaza 5, the cinema mundo, like a Chigaira Bomba, the high I got off of that. Because that kind of food never fiash vale kanyo kuya kuma cinema. Taula kula. You know, I hate Kuplaza 5, Valata Bishop Ma. We used to call porn movies blue movies. So you never go there until I allow it. So when I grew up, that was like the ultimate high, to finally see movies on the small screen that I usually see Kunganda, like on the big screen. Yeah, so that's just like one of the things that I felt I should share. But peer pressure that he's like talking about, club, at risk of taking alcohol, at risk of, you know, engaging in premarital sex early, which can lead to early pregnancy and STIs, and we know we have HIV right now. Alcoholism often leads to you being addicted, especially when you start at a young age. You know, sometimes addiction to alcohol until you go into rehab or, you know, just become a total wreck. So he's saying, I'm going into this, but I've never been like this. This is not me. This is the message behind the song, and I love it. This ain't me. But because you around me want me to engage in such, I'm going with the flow. So he's teaching the young king to say, self-love first. Find that thing in yourself that accepts the nerd that you are, or the person that you are. Find the things that make you happy on your own without a friend telling you, you should like this, you should like this. That's self-love. You know, a guy who are not engaging in things that are popular as bakamanomo. Anwe kamanomo iwe. You know, fwe bambibare Twitter bakamanomo limbita utea bola, limbi wikala fe munganda ule tamba TV, limbi amagero ta ufuaya. Wali batemu amagero limbi wali kwata kofeka girlfriend kamu bagai bakwata batatu kabush kumushiri na kurubuto limbi na kansenshi. Yo wakwata fe kamoka gero ko umfuwa fe bwino. You know, anwe bakamanomo. So if you're not really strong-willed, ukasangati fidabareko babarekuseka, you're getting so affected that now when you dive into my vices but are not safe for you as an individual. So be your own individual. That's the message behind the song. I love the structure. I love the verses. This dude has effortless rhymes, especially how he incorporated that J. Cole thing. It starts like that, then it goes into the second verse where he continues the story. For me, the structure of this song was dope. First verse, the flow was different. Achibako slow. He's actually clear on how he's delivering these rhymes and the story itself. I could get everything. There was no place where I felt, Second verse, he switched up the flow, a bit fast, you know, swift, but he stayed on beat, still delivering the story to you. Third verse, Eachiva like closure. He's a good storyteller. I love this, man. The hook, Nangula chorus, yam guys, Jorzi, which had 2 parts actually. The first part, he starts off, smooth, easy. Then he goes into his Maxwell bag where he gives you a high note. Walk with me. Catchy as hell. I love this song. I see why. Last week, I thought if we don't actually react to Remember, I had a funeral. I couldn't really get to it. But I now see why you kept inboxing me to talk about the song. It's dope. I love it. Mohsin Malik, BT Kari. I love the keys. I like the trumpet in there. Fam, the drums, the do, ta, do, ta. This is hip hop. For the hip hop heads, this is where you start. Gawambira poku hip hop yumfika, so you never go wrong. You eventually evolve to whatever it is people are listening to right now, trap and whatnot. But these are the basics. This Kanizi boy knows what he's doing in terms of hip hop, and I like that he's working with new wave artists. Like he is a new wave. When you're coming up, most of the extra competitive, new wave artists. But I like that he's working with other young artists to make headway. This is new wave through and through, from the producer, Mohsin Malik, who recently got signed to XY, to himself, who's been with M Beats, to Jorzi, who's with XYZ. Ni new wave yeka shining, producing music. That is dope, actually. I love this, man. Good luck with you, Kanizi. The artwork is just ordinary. It's the normal Zambian artwork, but there's a message there. They took our pictures. Kwa Kanizi na kasote shadi na Jorzi kunuma. Someone might read that and think, oh, peer pressure. Maybe it's Jorzi influencing Kanizi to do some stuff, the way they are standing pa. But that's just my translation, All in all, it's just a basic Zambian artwork. Looks good though. But what do you think of this song, man? I love it. I'll keep it in my phone. Jorzi had by musical. Kanizi rose to the occasion. He wasn't buried by the vocalist, who is Jorzi. They all performed on this song. They did well. I love this, man. I love it. And I'm biased towards hip-hop. I'm biased towards hip-hop. I love the genre so much. It's what got me into the industry. So when I say I love it, I really, really do love it. I expect more from hip-hop. I may say I'm biased towards it because it's my genre. Songa wa Lufianya. Expect more disses towards you. Especially when you're doing hip-hop. Because hip-hop is mostly what I specialize in. But I deal with other genres too. But when you bring hip-hop to me, I expect high standard. That's what I meant, actually. Let me know what you think of this track. Let's talk about it in the comment section. But for me, locally, this is, oh man, if this won't be the dopest song I'll be listening to this week, there's too much music out now. There's even an album from Nexus talking about Wakaunda, Yon Summer tracks. I don't know if we'll get to that, but this is dope. Let me know. Peer pressure. Kanizi featuring Jorzi, produced by Mohsin Malik.